Here's the Halfords guide to replacing a wheel bearing. Before we begin, you'll need a screwdriver, ideally magnetic, to help you remove the bearings. A spanner of the correct size for your bike wheel. We're using a 17mm one, cone spanner, and some citrus or bearing degreaser and an old rag. If you notice any movement in the wheel during your bike ride and when performing your own checks, it's likely you need to remove and replace the bearings. Start by removing the wheel from the bike. To do this, come down to the skewer point. Open the quick release, remove the nut, then remove the quick release from the hollow axle and slide the wheel out like so. Screw the pieces back together again so nothing goes missing. Now get your screwdriver and remove the rubber washer like so. We're going to remove the locking nut. You have one on each side of the wheel, but it's best to remove just one so you don't have to adjust the whole locking nut on both sides of the axle. To remove the nut, get your cone spanner, slide it into the cone point and hold it in place. Then, with the relevant size spanner on the outer locking nut, in this case a 17mm, place it on top and rotate them in opposite directions to each other. This will loosen them. Once you've removed the locking nut, lay it to one side, then remove the spacer. Lay each component out in order so you know how to replace them when you're putting them back together. Now remove the cone nut. Once it's loosened, use your fingers to unscrew it and take it off. To remove the bearings, use a magnetic pickup tool or a magnetic screwdriver. Now the bearings are out, we can remove the axle. Turn your wheel round, pull the axle out of the hub and lay it down. Next, gently remove the bearings. Once this is done, clean your hub, ready for your new bearings. You can use a bearing or citrus degreaser. Simply spray the degreaser in the hub cage and wipe it out with your cloth. Check for any wear and tear in the hub cage. Your bearings need a smooth surface in order to move freely. Repeat on both sides before moving on to clean your axle. Pick your axle up and remove excess oil and grime with your degreaser. Now wipe your cone, checking for any pitting or wear. Repeat with your other cone. Now double check your replacement bearings match your originals. They need to be the same size. In this case, they're 1/4 inch bearings. Pick up your wheel. We're going to start on the side we took the axle from. Grease the hub cage, keeping it away from the disc or rim brake. Smooth the grease around with your finger. Excess grease isn't a problem. It'll allow the bearings to settle nicely in the hub. Now, insert the bearings one at a time, using the grease to get them sitting firmly in place. Do this until all of the bearings are in place. Use your finger to make sure the bearings are evenly spread around the hub cage. Turn your wheel over and lay it flat. Add grease to the hub cage and reinsert the bearings. Get your axle with the cone nut still on. Pop the grease around the cone and insert it through the bearings, hub cage and out the other side. Now that's in place, turn your wheel over and lay it flat. Then put your other cone nut on. Once you're happy it's tight, fit your spacer. Then put your locking nut on the axle. Finally, use your 17mm spanner and your cone spanner to tighten the locking nut flush. To check you're done, pick up your wheel, give it a wiggle and check it doesn't have any give. To finish, fit your rubber washer like so and reinstall your skewer. Check the wheel rotates freely. If it does, you've fitted it. Nicely done. If you have any questions about this or need help replacing your wheel bearings, come into your local Halfords and speak to a member of the team.